your back to run the tape. Jojo Rabbit is Taika Waititi's newest satire film related to World War II. You might know Taika Waititi from Thor Ragnarok, what is his biggest film so far, or smaller films like What We Do in the Shadows and Hunt for the Wilder People. Two films I haven't got to check out yet, but I was not going to let this film pass me by in theaters without seeing it. And this is a smaller release right now, so it's a little harder to find in theaters. I found one theater showing within like an hour for me. I went right there to watch this, and now you're going to get my thoughts on it. So getting into the pros, performances all around were pretty fantastic, with standout performances by Taika Waititi and newcomer Roman Griffin Davis, who plays JoJo, our lead character, who is a little boy that is a Nazi youth member or trying to become one. Taika Waititi, however, gives one of the strangest performances of the year for the sole fact that he is playing Adolf Hitler, but in kind of a lovable way. Like, yes, Adolf Hitler is a horrible person, but in this, it's just JoJo's imaginary friend, Adolf, who's a little more fun, a little more adventurous, nicer, and just a lovable character all around. What some people may get rubbed the wrong way, some more than others, and I cannot say that I blame those people, but for me personally, it was very entertaining and it was very heartwarming to see this relationship as it goes, how our character of JoJo grows through this character and grows without this character seeing the real world. I also have to give some shout outs to Sam Rockwell, Thomasin McKenzie, and in a surprisingly fitting role, Rebel Wilson, who is more known for her stupid comedies like the Spring Breakers movies, and I think she just had a Valentine's Day movie come out last year that looked pretty dumb in my opinion, not shitting on anyone's film taste, but in this film she worked very well in this like over-the-top loud German woman that's like in the army. What, if I can remember correctly, I wasn't sure that women fought in the army back then, unless that was just an American thing. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, but the fact that she fit in so well and drove the comedy up a notch when she was on screen really surprised me, and I'm so happy to be saying that because I did think she might have been one of the negatives going into this movie. And pretty much a stellar outing for the entire cast as a whole. I couldn't really name like a weak link if I had to, at least thinking on it right now, but everyone gives a solid performance, and this film also has Scarlett Johansson and a bunch of other recognizable faces throughout it, playing different characters on different sides who had different relationships with JoJo. And the whole movie is about JoJo growing up. And the film as a whole did a great job as showing the innocence of like a child, and especially during wartime in World War II in Germany, not knowing what right and wrong really is, just knowing what he's been told by everyone and thinking that's the right thing to do. And he just wants to be accepted. And there's even a line in this movie that he's just a little boy who wants to wear a uniform and be in a club. And at the heart of it, that's what he was. It also shows how kids can be easily manipulated because of that innocence I mentioned earlier by either a parent or a teacher or just an older person or what they see on the news. And that was really fitting for the time we are now. The fun yet unique and at the same time very fun style of this film really captivated the heartwarming story about innocence and hate and how we should not hate. Like, this film is getting a lot of unwarranted backlash over its subject, but the subject matter isn't about Nazis. It isn't about a fun Hitler. It's about hate and how hate is what ruins the world and innocent people get hurt. It's not about fun Adolf Hitler, and that's what everyone's talking about because it is fun and different and it's a satire, but that's not the moral of this film. So if that was your worry going in and you're not going to go see it, definitely go see it because I'm telling you, you'll be happily surprised by the film. As for cons, like I've already stated a few times, I can definitely see why certain people would feel this movie is not a good movie to be showing, and it kind of rubs people the wrong way. And I can totally see that point, and I would not be angry with anyone who did not want to support this film for those reasons. Even though I do feel the film is a heartwarming story about innocence and children, not about Hitler. Another con I have, the first one wasn't really a con for me, just I can definitely see that aspect of it. But my con would be it takes about 20 minutes to really get you into the movie because it starts off pretty fast moving when it comes to the Hitler and the Nazi stuff. And it makes sense because that's where it takes place, but it caught me off guard at first. And like I said, it will take about 20 minutes for you to really get into this story and not mind what they're going for. But besides that, this is a pretty much perfect film. I don't have that much I dislike in this movie. And if I had to rate it out of 5, I would do a 4.75 out of 5. It's one of my favorite movies of the year so far. I think everyone should definitely check it out. Probably the best comedy I've seen all year. And if you've seen it, let me know down in the comments below what you thought of Jojo Rabbit. What's your favorite Taika Waititi movie? Is it Thor Ragnarok, or do you like some of his smaller, lesser-known titles? Like the video, subscribe, hit the bell, and I hope to see you in a review in the future.